Hello everyone and welcome back to Animation Pilgrimage, the show where Whitney and I take a look at every single theatrically released animated film in chronological order. I'm Tennille.
And I'm Whitney. And today, we're watching another Jean Image movie from France.
Yep, so just like last week where we watched the fabulous adventures of the legendary Baron Munchausen.
Correct, you got that name right.
We have another super long title from the same director, Little Orbit the Astrodog and the Screechers from Outer Space. I know, you might all need to take a nap after that title.
I did while watching this movie. Because I'm going to be honest, I didn't nap, but I really checked out. Because it's just like the last movie we watched. The animation is slow and low frame rate. They're constantly talking all the time. The plot is tedious and does nothing. The movie just
plods along.
Crawls along, it feels like. This was just as tedious as last time. Except this time, for some reason, I would say that the characters are slightly more annoying.
Yeah. It's a very, everything about this is just feels by the numbers. There's a little boy and girl, and they have their dog.
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm stepping on your toes for the summary, aren't I?
Yeah, but also, I do have to say thank you to Michael Ray for finding this movie for us so that we can experience all the bad movies that have ever happened.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for finding these movies. But hey,
really,
they also you also help find some good movies. So you take the good with the bad. This is a show where we watch all of them,
regardless of quality.
Want to do a plot synopsis now?
Go ahead.
All right. So there's a kid whose dad is super duper rich and owns Earth, essentially.
Yeah.
So he's already going to be an enjoyable character because he's egregiously rich.
Well, that's like this kid's one personality trait. And he just keeps bringing it up. He's like, my dad's a trillionaire.
We can pay you as much as we want.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like an endearing quality, but it's really obviously not.
Anyways, he has a UFO that he built, supposedly. I think he had someone else build it.
He just paid somebody else to build it.
Of course he did. Anyways, it doesn't fly. And he really wants to impress his girlfriend and go to space and fly. So Little Orbit the Astrodog is his dog, I think. I don't know. It's a talking dog, and this guy is the most obnoxious character I've experienced in a movie in quite a while.
Yeah. Constantly
talking, constantly making jokes.
He's cowardly.
Is just...
makes everything about himself.
Makes everything worse most of the time.
And you'd think with a name like Little Orbit the Astrodog, you'd get like a cute design.
But no, we have generic dog.
This is a very unappealing dog design. And in order to show that he's talking, they just make his nose pulse. Not the way I would have done it. No. I'll just say that.
No, I wouldn't have done that either.
Yeah.
So he attempts to fix the spaceship, and then a robot alien named Ruben shows up, and they tell them that they need the ship to get to their home planet. So they all agree to help him. And Ruben fixes the ship. And now we're going to go fly around space for a really long time and interact with a lot of really tedious side plots until we eventually get the character home. There is no overarching plot. It is just, we go here, we interact with this stuff for 30 minutes, and then we leave, and we go somewhere else, and we interact with that stuff for 30 minutes, and we just do that a couple of times, and it's awful. The first thing they interact with is a round ship with a bird decal on it, and the bird decal is alive or something, and it captures the children, and Astro, the dog, Astrodog. Little Orbit the Astrodog. Mm-hmm. How is his name Little Orbit?
No.
That is not a good name for this dog. Sorry.
I know.
I just...
Well, I don't think that is the dog's original name.
It is.
What? Really?
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's just bad. Anyways, after that, they go to a different planet, and there's like these green blob monsters that they keep referring to as salads and vegetables or something, and they were all given Mexican accents for some reason. I don't, like, there's no reason that they did this other than, I don't know, they're aliens. Let's give them a...
quote-unquote funny voice.
A funny voice. And I'm going to be honest, we watched this movie at 1.5 speed.
Well, because we had somewhere we had to be.
We had somewhere we had to be, so we sped up the movie a little bit. I cannot tell you if other characters also had random accents assigned to them because they all talk too quickly that on 1.5 speed, it's all you can do to just understand what they're saying. Mm-hmm. But I don't care. Anyways, they escape the ones that want to eat them, and then they interact with some square robots who have a robot court who sentence them to death for reasons...
Court drama, again.
Again! They did this again, and it's also at, like, the ending-ish point of the movie.
Yeah.
For no reason. Again. What is with Jean Image and wanting to do court scenes?
Court dramas, I don't know.
And then they make it home.
Yeah, the end.
They make it to the Ruben's home planet, and then the kids and the dog go home.
Yeah.
This movie was bad.
It sure wasn't great. It sure was not great. So this is based on a 1972 TV series, Arago X001, which I think is the name of the spaceship.
Sure.
Maybe. This movie also has other names that I would have picked over Little Orbit the Astrodog and the Screechers from Outer Space. So other potential titles were Pluck in the Cosmos, Pluck in Space, or Pluck Space Castaway.
Okay.
Any of those would have been better. I think Pluck is the original name of the robot.
Ruben?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, it could be that, or the kid, or the dog. It's difficult to say.
I think it's the robot.
Okay.
Because I think the whole thing about this movie is it's supposed to be about the robot. But for some reason, the English title decided to go with naming it after the dog.
Who is obviously the comic relief foil character, and they're awful.
But also wanted to talk about the robot, which is why it's called the Screechers from Outer Space. Whatever. I don't recommend this one. This came out the same year as the Baron Munchausen film we watched last week.
If you must watch a Jean Image film, watch The Baron over this one. What were the other two movies they made? They made Johnny the Giant Killer and
Aladdin and His Magic Lamp. So out of all of those, I'd honestly recommend Johnny the Giant Killer because I think it's the first French animated film.
Yeah, and it's very
only...
absurdist because it's only half about giants and the other half is about bees.
Yeah, like I don't recommend it. And
Johnny wanting to court the queen.
I don't recommend it because it's good. I recommend it because it's weird and bizarre.
And it has more cultural significance being the first animated French film.
Right.
Over this.
Yeah. Because this is just not very well done. Mm-hmm. And normally I try to find something positive to say, but like, I really just got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be it for this review, which is only slightly shorter than the last review.
Hopefully next week we'll be watching something better.
Well, next week we're going to South Korea with, and I like skimmed through the movie, it actually looks like it has some production value this time for a South Korean
Ooh,
film.
exciting.
So even if the story is still crap and whatever, the production value is going to be better than any other South Korean film we've seen so far, and that's exciting.
Okay.
So join us back here next time as we watch Time Machine 001.
All right. See you then.